All right. Welcome back to BK Nothing But Nets podcast. Nets signed Kendall Brown to a two-way deal. Kendall Brown, 6'7", 6'8", 3'4", combo kind of forward, can play the 3 and the 4. Is averaging 16.4 points a game on 56-41 shooting splits. He's got 5.4 rebounds and 3.1 assists per game in Long Island. He will get that final two-way. A lot to get into with Kendall Brown. He's played 21 games in the NBA for the Indiana Pacers, his second round pick. He averaged 1.4 points per game, 0.5 rebounds. He hasn't gotten a ton of minutes. He hasn't gotten a ton of burn in his 2 years in the NBA. He's a Sean Marks guy. He's very versatile defensive player. He could fit in nicely with Nick Claxton as a 4. He can play the 3. He can play the 3. Sorry, play the 3 or the 4. He was drafted in the 2022 draft by Minnesota.
Around the G League draft.
Indy acquired his rights. Hyper athletic guy, 41-inch vertical. You can see his highlights here. You can see why Sean Marks likes him. Athlete, versatile. He's got a nice little package around the rim. He can finish around the rim. He's got a little fadeaways from 10 feet. He's a really good scorer at 10 feet and in. I'm guessing that's how he got his 16.4 points on very efficient shooting. He's not a great three-point shooter, but he shot 41%, so that looks to be vastly improved. Athletic, wing defender, long, can guard multiple positions, good transition player, good finisher, strong finisher at the rim. He can draw the end ones. He can get the bump and finish. He's got a nice little layup package for a guy that size. He can put the ball on the floor a little bit. This was a guy that was highly recruited. He was a 5-star. He went to Baylor. He went to Sunshine Christian Academy, which is the same school as Christian Brown and some other guys. Good lateral movement. Like I said, 6'11" wingspan. So you can see why Marks likes him. He has all of the things that Sean Marks like. He's long, lengthy, athletic, wing. I thought perhaps the Nets would give Drew Timme the two-way contract. They did not. They gave it to. I just thought they needed another big on the roster. They give it to another wing, although this guy can play the 4, even though he's a little undersized. 6'7", 6'8" is what he's listed at. He's probably 6'8" with shoes on, so he's probably 6'7" barefoot. Averaged 9.7 points per game on 58% shooting in his 1 year at Baylor. Good passer, unselfish player. There's a lot to like about him. This is not a bad move. He put up pretty good numbers. A little bit, like I said, old school game, good athlete, can finish around the rim. He's strong. He rebounds pretty well for his position. That was a knock on him coming out of college, was that he can't really rebound. He's not a rebounder. He's kind of put that to bed. He's rebounding actually pretty well. He's strong. You can see the highlights here. He's hyper athletic. You can see why he was a 5-star. You can see why he was so highly touted going into college. Now he went to Indiana. He didn't really have a fit. He ended up on Long Island, played really well on Long Island. He at Baylor was all Big 12 unanimous, all freshman first team. What he offers is defensive versatility, and he can finish around the rim. I like this guy. I like to see how much burn he gets. I like to see how the Nets use him. I don't see him getting minutes over Zaire. It's going to be interesting. Can you play him? You can definitely play him with Claxton. That works. How much burn is he going to get with Claxton? I don't know. How many minutes is he going to get? I don't know. But this is a guy you want to take a look at. He is shooting 41% from 3, which is interesting because his shot's a little weird. He doesn't look like a shooter. It doesn't even look like a guy who would shoot too many threes, but he's hitting them at a decent clip. He looks like a transition player, athletic, 40-inch vertical, 41-inch vertical, depending on who you ask. That's really impressive for a 4. He's going to be able to rebound. He's going to be able to block shots. He's averaging he's averaging about a steal and a half a game. So he's going to offer you a lot defensively. I understand why Sean Marks likes him. He's going to fit well in what Jordy does. He's going to fit well in Jordy's scheme. I'm interested in seeing who he gets the minutes from. Is it going to be Zaire? Is it going to be Jalen Wilson? I actually think that if he can shoot the three, he offers you a lot more than Jalen Wilson. Again, if the decision was mine, I probably would have called up Drew Timme. If the decision was mine, but it's not. This is not a bad move. Kendall Brown has upside. I understand why they would want him. He's got a little bit of NBA experience. Played for the Pacers. Like I said, all freshman first team at Baylor. Scored a career high 8 points against Utah back in 2024 last season, January 2024. He played a total of about 31 games, and like I said, averaged 1.4 points per game and half rebound a game in very, very limited minutes. Another athletic wing defender for the Nets. He seems versatile. He's strong. He may be able to guard the post well. Don't have a lot of tape. Don't have a lot of highlights on it. They didn't really mention any of the scouting reports. I don't really have any tape of him guarding post players, so that's going to be interesting to see. But he's physically strong, and he's got a long wingspan, so I think he'd be able to guard guys bigger than him. And the thing I want you to keep an eye on is his passing skills, his ability to put the ball on the floor for a power forward is impressive. And his ability to finish and his creative finishes and his strength around the rim to finish. All in all, this is a decent player who I like to see him get some burn. Like I said, I on his skill set alone, if he can stroke the three at all, if he can stroke the three at a 35% clip, I like him better than Jalen Wilson. He's got more talent. He's got more natural ability. Jalen Wilson is strong and he's a bulldog around the rim. But Kendall Brown's got this too, and he's got it with more skill and more athleticism. So there's a highly touted guy, much more highly touted than Jalen Wilson was. He deserves an opportunity. I think he's gonna get some minutes here. It'll be interesting to see what he does. But this might be a decent find. We're gonna find out. Again, Kendall Brown signs a two-way with the Nets. He'll be up from Long Island, and we'll get a look at him. All right, y'all. It is February 28th, 2025, from Texas to the world. Thank you, and God bless.